Hello and welcome back to Around The Bloc. I hope you're all doing well today and you're ready to properly start a brand new season. Now today, I promised you a big derby against Vutbutsk, or however you meant to say that name. I still can't know how to say it. You guys in the comment section are trying to explain it to me, but I still can't say it right. But we haven't got that derby against Vutbutsk today because I completely forgot about the Belarusian Cup Quarter Final. Of course, I completely forgot that it sort of stretches over 2 seasons, and we've got these first 2 games in the Quarter Finals, the first leg and the second leg, against BGU today. So we're going to do these 2 games today, and then we'll have the big derby against Vutbutsk next time around. In the meantime, if you could smash a like on today's video, 150 is the target for the day as we start off a brand new season. So hopefully we can get to that. That would be absolutely magnificent if we could do. And also go follow me on twitch.tv as well, twitch.tv/TomFM. Follow me on that. Plenty of streams coming up in the next week or so, and I'm trying to build a nice following on there to try and get to the partner status on there, which is something that I think would be really cool and help me out massively. So if you could all go follow me on there and watch me when I'm live, that would be absolutely magnificent. Anyway, moving on from yesterday's episode where we did a bulk majority of our transfers. If we have a look at the transfer, we've had 3 more transfers come in actually. So yesterday we saw from Ivanov down to this guy that came in on a free transfer that we didn't know much about. It turns out the assistant manager was doing some deals behind the back doors. We've sorted that out now and he's not doing any more deals for us. Since then, we have signed 3 more players, okay, and 2 of them are right backs. One of them is an attacking midfielder. And to be fair, I didn't sort of realise that we had quite a big gap at right back, and I thought, oh God, we need to sort this right back issue out. So, first of all, we signed for £20,000 on a permanent deal Artem Saligo. He is obviously right back, as I mentioned before, 3-star current ability with 5 stars of potential. At the age of 18, has got a long time to develop and mature, so I'm very excited to see how he does this season. Hasn't played brilliantly in his first 2 seasons of professional football, but at 18 years old, he's not expected to play that well so soon. So I think he should be okay. He's going to be back up this season to a guy we brought in on loan from Ural in Russia, and that is Vladislav Galinsky. He is a right back, obviously, as well. More of a wing back, which is a bit more suited to the way we play football as well. 3.5 stars of current ability and 5-star potential. So he's going to be the starting choice, and the other chap that we brought in, Saligo, is going to be our backup option, essentially. We've also signed an attacking midfielder from Hajduk Split over in Croatia, and he's the first player in the squad who's not from Belarus. He is Bosnian. He is Marko Matinovic. Now, he's an attacking midfielder with 4.5 stars of current ability and 5-star potential. I just saw him available to get on loan. I thought, why not? I wasn't looking for one, but he was available, looked pretty decent, so I thought, let's get him in for backup to Shitty Gel. But actually, turns out he's quite good and is quite a lot better than Shitty Gel. Now, while Shitty Gel will still play a lot of games this season, Marco should probably take primary role and play more games, I suppose, given how good he is. But Shitty Gel's our boy. He's never let us down, so we won't replace him just yet. So that's the rest of the transfer, essentially. If you missed yesterday's episode, I recommend you go back and watch it to try and get to know a lot of these players. We do have some familiar faces returning, like Dennis Farago and Moses once again, but a lot of new players coming into this squad as well. Before we get into the game against BGU, itchy feet. Really itchy feet to move clubs, alright? Now, we didn't get that job in Germany. I wasn't even offered an interview because they were like 3-star reputation. We're only 1-star reputation as a manager. So I wasn't ever going to, not even 1 star yet, still 3/4 of a star. So wasn't ever going to get the job. But the thing is, there's a lot of other jobs available right now. All of these jobs, okay? Ideally, I'd be sorting this by reputation, so I'm only selecting 1-star or 1.5-star or 2-star clubs to apply for. However, there's no filter for that. It's all only filters are for what country and what league you want to be in. And if you search it by reputation, it sorts it just like that, rather than actually being reputation of clubs that are available to be new manager of. So we're going to just sort it by the job status and have to look down here and just see what clubs are available. So there's a 2-star team here in the Serbian Super League. That's the top division, which is pretty decent, to be fair. Which club is it that we could be getting here? Radnik. Okay. That's not a bad job, to be fair, Radnik. They're 11th in the Serbian League preliminary round, so the league splits into for a relegation battle and a European title battle, I suppose. And they're sitting 11th, pretty. If the season's not split yet, then we might be able to get in the top half still, to be fair. So that's potentially something we could look to do if we got this job. But the Partizan job is also available, and I'd much rather have the Partizan job. And I feel like that's more the next step that we might want to take. So perhaps that one's not particularly the best job to take, at least, not the best one. There's a job here in the Serbian First League, but if I'm going to be going for a club in the Serbian Super League, which I think I could get, then I wouldn't go for that one. There's a club in the Croatian Second League, which feels like that's quite low down. How many leagues in Croatia have we got loaded up? Just the first 2 leagues. Okay. Just the first 2. That's 46th in competition reputation. Oh, that's kind of tempting. What club is it? What club is it? Let's go back onto this club. It is a club that I cannot pronounce. Dugapol. And I feel like if I can't pronounce it, I shouldn't really go there as well. They're only semi-professional as well. We're at a professional club right now. I think that's a step backwards as well, going to that club. So we'll stick away from that. Couple clubs in the Czech second division. That's 50th in competition rankings. I'm not... I feel like if we want to go to the Czech Republic, we need to be going to the first division, really. But that's quite the jump from 50th to 12th. Is one of these clubs looking near like they're going to get promotion or something? We've got Jilava, Opva, and then P and V. We'll call them that for now. So Jill, Opera, P and V. Are any of these clubs any good? Well, Opera are in 6th. Not too far off promotion places, which is okay. PR down in 13th, or maybe 16th actually. There's a V club, that's not that one. Gilla in 11th, and the other V club I can't see. So they're probably not that good. So Opera, they may be the ones to go for if you wanted to go there, but it's quite a big step to try and get promotion straight away. Couple clubs in the Polish First Division. How good's the Polish First Division? 62nd. What's the Polish Extra Klasa? 30th. That's quite low down, to be fair. Maybe stay away from Poland for now, just for that reputation. Oh, I don't know. It's just thoughts, okay? It's just thoughts. I don't think any of these jobs right now, apart from Partizan, I'd love the Partizan job. I'm kind of tempted by this other Serbian Super League job as well, to be fair. If I'm honest with you, I'm a little tempted by that. Oh, what? Okay, so they're professional, good. Finances are okay. Facilities are adequate. Valued at £500,000. What's our club valued at? About half of that. It's a little step up in reputation as well. It's playing in... The Serbian Super League is a very good league as well. Pretty sure it's a very good league. It's 19th, which is a little bit higher. Our reputation, our league reputation is like 20... We're 23rd right now in the Belorussian Highest League. We're moving up a little bit there. It's tempting, isn't it? It's tempting, but I'm not quite sure we're at that level yet, if I'm honest with you. Or are we? Doesn't hurt to apply, does it? Doesn't hurt to apply. Let's apply for it towards the end of the season. Doesn't hurt, all right? Does not hurt. Anyway, moving into today's fixture against BGU. We need to focus on this now. This is what's most important. And this is the team that's taking on BGU today in the Belarusian Cup Quarter Finals. Sakovic starts in goal with a pretty new look back line, I've got to say. Ivanov, the new left back, comes in on that left-hand side, obviously looking very nice. Borisov retains his position, but he's joined alongside Hugir, who is our new starting right back, or centre back alongside him. And then Galinsky, the new right back, starting at right back. No changes at all, pretty much, in the midfield. Kilman starts at left wing today because Temelo is currently injured and is out for another 2 weeks or so with a groin strain. Znak and Gompi Hartmanov join him in the middle of the park with Moses on the right-hand side. This will change just as we try and get some more players into the squad and gelled into the squad quite nicely. Shitijel starts in that attacking midfield role, but probably will swap out with Marco pretty soon, but we'll try and keep both of them playing quite nicely. And of course, Farago is starting up front forwards, of course, as you would expect him to. Anyway, that's the team. Hopefully, it's going to be enough, and hopefully, we'll see off BGU today and have a successful start to the season. So then, kickoff is upon us here today, the first competitive test of the new season. Hopefully, the new boys will help us to a first victory of the year as we take on BGU in the Cup. They are wanting to assert themselves and show that they're no pushovers. And within the first 10 minutes, they've scored a goal. So they aren't pushovers. Clearly, they're not pushovers. I don't think we're expected to win this, really, if I'm honest with you. Obviously, as we get into the first league games next episode, we'll have a bit more focus on how the pre-season preview looks with where we're meant to be finishing this season. It's not great. It's not great, which is kind of why I want to jump ship a little bit before the end of the season. Because obviously, teams want to hire managers on the up. If I guide this team to a relegation playoff, then they may not want to hire me. That's the thing. If we can guide them to a cup victory, though, that might be, quite decent. I could leave the club then. But we're 2-0 down within 10 minutes right now against BGU. Winning the cup, all of a sudden, doesn't seem that likely, really, as they get on the end of a set piece there. We do have a highlight straight from kickoff though, as Borisov gets it out to Ivanov, up towards Kilman, who breaks past his defence into the box, shoots, and it's just about pushed around the post by the goalkeeper there. So a nice little reply from us straight away, but we need to switch on much quicker in games. Clearly the defence are a little bit asleep. In fact, the whole team is probably a little bit asleep right now. As Shitijel gets on the end of a loose ball across to Kilman. Kilman back across to Moses. Moses heads it goalwards. Saved very well by the keeper there, though. And right at the other end of the pitch, BGU now have a highlight to themselves. The ball into the middle. Ivanov, who hasn't had the best of games so far, nearly gifts BGU a goal there. Just gifting it to their winger to put it in the middle. But luckily for us, not a goal. Come on then, lads. Sort this one out. Get creative out there. We need to play a bit better than this if we want to stay up this season and actually have a decent season. Moses already looking really exhausted. That is because he was tired coming into this game. So we are going to swap him out for Binchov later on in this game. But we want to try and get a good 50, 55, 60 minutes out of Moses before we do that. We have got to half-time though, and it is 2-0 to BGU, which isn't great. Show me something else in the second half, please, lads. Show me something else. First highlight of the second half, though, is coming towards BGU as they look to break forward from that free kick, defensive free kick. They get it out wide, but they lose possession to Kilman, who plays it in towards Gompi, down to Borisov, and Borisov's ball is... Oh, lad, what was that even meant to be? Like, you were under real pressure there. You could have just passed it out to someone to try and build from the back, but no, decided to do that. Great decision-making there. Sakovic wins the ball back, though, and Sakovic now to launch one up the pitch a little bit. Gets it out towards Kilman, actually, in the end, which is not too bad. Kilman to make his way down the left-hand side in towards Gompi, into Shitijel. Shitijel on the ball, into Moses. Moses to put this across the box. He does. Farrago, oh, just over the bar. And that was very, very close. Moses is going to come off, and we'll also bring on the slightly injured Dmitry Binchov. Shouldn't really be playing today, but we have to get both on the pitch because we've got both our right midfielders basically are injured, so we had to try and sort something out there to get them both playing. Whilst we're here as well, we'll take Shitijel off for Marco to have his debut in that attacking playmaker role. He might be able to change things up and show something in the second half. So we'll do that as well 55 minutes into the game. Corner though for BGU, and they have been pretty decent from set pieces so far. This one headed over the bar. So I suppose we're defending them slightly better, maybe. I don't know, but we need to just work on things a little bit. We've had a very slow start to the game. Since that slow first 10 minutes, we've actually been really good. So I'm going to go attacking, and I'm going to say get creative out there, as the only thing I know to say is get creative, really. We've got 20 minutes to go. Come on, lads. I believe in you. I really believe in you. Go and get something out of this game, all right? Get something out of it. We're going to bring one of the new midfielders on. Kuka Chick is going to come on for Znak. Have a go, lads. See what you can do out there as well. We've got 10 minutes to make an impact. I'm expecting you to do it. We just need to get an away goal. That's all we need. Get an away goal. Demand more. Very attacking. Away goal right at the end of this would just really go well. As Gompi Hartnell puts a corner in the middle. Kilman gets on the end of the ball. Kilman's played very well today and gets us that important away goal. I'm assuming that away goals count, all right? Now you're going to tell me that away goals don't count in this competition, but 2-1 is much better than 2-0. I'll take that. So we've lost it on the day, but we do have the second leg now to turn things around. I think we can do it at home. Calmly, unlucky boys. It was nice to win out there, but it wasn't to be. We'll say that. We played much better in the second half, I've got to say. And only a few days before the second leg. So we're going to go and rest everyone first and foremost to ensure that everyone's got sufficient condition to play in the next game. Just as a quick check, extra time played if the scores are level after 90 minutes. So actually no away goals in this whatsoever. But actually the extra goal helps us out massively anyway, because it means there's one less goal to score in the second leg should we have to do that. So hopefully like a 2-0 win, just win by 2 goals and we'll be absolutely fine to go through for semi-finals. Easier said than done though. Choose the Naftan captain for the season. Who's going to play the most games this season, if I'm honest with you? Who's going to play them? It's probably Sakovic, but he's not quite the best in terms of leadership. I don't want Tomelo to be captain because I just don't think he was great last season, if I'm honest with you. And I'd like it to be Shitijel. And in fact, it will be Shitijel. Let's make Shitijel the captain. And then we'll make Borisov the vice-captain. There we go. Let's confirm that. I mean, that's a bit rash maybe, perhaps. But Shitijel the captain, he deserves it, doesn't he? Tomelo is lucky to still be at the club, really, and playing games for the club. The issue is we just couldn't find anyone suitably able to replace him. I mean, Kilman supposedly could do that job, I suppose, but we had to get someone of at least equal calibre in to Tomelo, and we couldn't really find anyone, so he's still at the club for now. He's very good, I just don't like him. That's the issue. He's very good, Well, to be fair, I don't like him because he hasn't been very good. He's meant to be very good, but just hasn't shown that yet. So that's why I don't like him. But now we've got the second leg. It's come around very, very quickly, and we might need to make a couple changes out there, okay? Gompy, we love you, but you're not exactly the best midfielder, okay? We're going to swap you around with Denisov this time. Do we? Let's give Denisov a go. Denisov's new. Him and Znak can swap over. Let's give that a chance, and then we can also bring on Chicky, whatever he's called, Kukurachik, bring him on again at some point. Also feel like maybe starting Marco instead of Shitty Gel, despite having just made him captain, could be a good idea for this game tonight. Just keep those guys rotating. It should be okay. We're also going to give the other centre-back a go today. And again, I can't quite pronounce him. Krutozorikzin. Him. He can go on the bench, all right? Start the game, rather, and we'll bring Hugger on the... And I can't really say either a names, if I'm honest with you. This is the issue. I'm not quite sure who to start because I can't say either a name. So actually, Crazy might be the just best option to go for the whole season. Actually, I can say his name. But those are the only changes, I think, going into this game. Other than that, I want to leave it as it was because they played well for the most part. It was just a slow start to the game. So that's the lineup. Submit that team. Let's go. So kickoff is upon us once again. Second leg. I think we can do it. We're going to have this home crowd advantage to us. And to be fair, for 80 minutes of that game against BGU in the first leg, I do think we were the better side, really. I honestly think we were the better side. So we just have to produce the goods here today. Just the one goal will take us to extra time penalties. 2 goals, we win it. That's all we have to do. However, to do that, we actually have to have good chances to produce highlights for us to watch. And 30 minutes into this game, not a single highlight yet, which is slightly worrying. There is one now, though, and it's the BGU goalkeeper about to launch one up the field. And it's collected by Moses quite nicely. Puts it into Marco, into Farrago. And Farrago, just wide of the post. If he put that on target, that was in the back of the net, I'm sure it was. The only chance of the first half so far, which I'm not too pleased with. We need to have a bit of a word with them at half-time. Aggressively. Show me something else in the second half. Galinski's looking a little injured out there, so we might have to take him off very shortly. His condition is 71%, but it is increasing, so it might not be too bad. His right-back backup is actually on international duty right now with the Belarus under-21 squad or something, so he's not actually available to play right now, but Farrago's been put forward. Farrago into the area. Farrago shoots, saved by the BGU keeper. We're having some more chances. Let's get creative. Let's go attacking. Come on, lads. Come on. We've got 30 minutes to grab a goal. Nearly 1,000 people have turned up today to watch us in this cup game. That's how important it is to the fans out there. Znak into Galinski, into middle, clear, but only as far as Ivanov, who puts it back in the middle. And Marco, on his full debut for the squad, heads that into the top corner and brings us back on level terms with BGU on aggregate. It's 2-2 on aggregate. Very weird cross that goes all the way through to the defence who don't clear it adequately. Ivanov in the middle and Marco rises like a salmon into the back of the net. You love to see it. Come on, 20 minutes to go. Let's go very attacking now. Very attacking. Ooh, now they're on the attack now, BGU. Don't you dare score a goal. Ivanov clears and it's collected by Sakovic quite nicely. Is this the end of the highlights? No, it's not. Sakovic looking to get rid of it. Come on. Sort this one out. Farrago collects that loose ball into Marco. Marco out to Moses. Moses to bamboozle the defence into the area. Moses coming forward shoots. It's a tame shot in the end, really, isn't it? A very tame shot. The highlight, though, is still continuing as their number 10 gets on the end of the ball, but loses it to Galinski, who just gives it straight back to them. But then Moses does collect that loose ball. Driving forward now, is brought down. That's a red card for the BGU player. Instant red card. That's his second yellow, surely. He's been sent off. Tactical changes for them. Do we now make some changes? I feel like we should do. I feel like Znak is going to stay on the pitch and Denisov comes off. There we go. This is what we do. We do this. Ball midfielder on defend. And then we bring on our other striker, who I cannot pronounce either, which is also rather frustrating. We bring him on as a deep line forward. And there we go. We do that. We do that. Have another striker on the pitch to look for another goal. Znak, free kick into the middle. And it's headed against the post. I'm not quite sure who had the header there, but it hit the post. And now we've got 10 minutes to go in today's game. Come on. I believe in you, boys. We might have to go to extra time, and that's fine. We might have to go to extra time. But we are on the upper hand right now. We deserve to win this. We deserve to win this. Aggressively. No, passionately. Let's go passionately. I'm happy with the performance out there. Tactically, though, We need to get this right back off the pitch. The issue is no one can sort of replace him, which is a bit of an issue. Kilman, no one can really replace him, which is a bit of an issue right now. Moses, Binchov can replace you, but he's injured and tired. And I don't think that's really... Stay as you are, boys. Stay as you are. We haven't really got the adequate replacements on the bench right now. As Moses now has picked up a knock. I think Moses has to come off at this stage now for Binchov. There we go. Okay. We bring on the other centre midfielder instead of Znak. I reckon we give him a go. Centre midfield on support. There we go. Let's try that one as well. As BGU look to build from the back. Cleared by us, but only as far as BGU players. Great tackle from Moses before he comes off the pitch. And Galinski to get this one cleared out the back. Just about does that, to be fair. Please make this a highlight. No, that's offside. That is way too far offside. Thank you. The referee is blown for offside there, which is great to see. First half of extra time, though, is rattling by quickly. And now we've got possession of the ball into Galinski. Galinski into Farrago. Farrago wins us a penalty, which Marco is taking. Is that the best option? I want Farrago on this. 14 finishing, £9 taken. I want him on it. All right, Farrago, please take this one. Put it in the back of the net and give us the victory, okay? We'll be 2-1 up then, and that's all we need to be. 2-1 up. Or 3-2 up, I should say, and we've scored the goal, 3-2 up on aggregate. You love to see it. Farrago's first of the season. Let's go to more a balanced approach and just see the game out. Come on then, lads. The comeback kings. That's what they're calling us. The comeback kings. We were 2-0 down, and we've turned it around to 3-2 on aggregate. So we've had quite a lot of time to do it, to be fair. Yeah, a lot of time to do it. But with 10 minutes to go until full time, Ivanov in towards Marco, in towards a guy I can't pronounce, Farrago, oh lad, come on, Ivanov, in the middle, into Kilman, in the middle again, Binchov, there's a guy that I can't pronounce, so many names I can't pronounce this season. This is going to be such a big issue, but we've lost possession and BGU on a counter-attack. Don't do this, lads, don't do it. Sakovic, great save. Come on then, less than 10 minutes to go, less than 5 minutes to go. As the clock ticks down, the fans are about to go mental as we've pulled off the comeback. 2-0 down, not technically 2-1 after the first game, I suppose, but we were 2-0 down at one point to then go and win it 3-2 on aggregate. You love to see it. Into the semi-finals we go. Passionately, a nice victory, well done. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do me the world of good. The world of good to my manager profile. Not quite 1 star yet, I'm getting there, but if we can get to a cup final, that's going to massively enhance my reputation as a manager and will help us get a new job further down the line. Moses is out for 2 weeks or so, which is going to be a bit of an issue as Galinski is injured. Naftan get 15k. That's a big amount of money, to be fair. Can I ask for a coaching course? Still can't ask for a coaching course. How are we looking for money? Still 105 in the balance, so that should be okay. At some point, they've got to let me ask for another coaching course, and they should say yes at that point. If they don't, I might resign. So, I've got to say, that was a fantastic way to start off the brand new season with a Cup Quarter Final victory into the semi-finals. You love to see it, really, don't you? You love to see it. Kind of want to see who we've got in the next round, but it's not actually telling me yet for some bizarre reason. Belarusian Cup, it's because other games haven't finished. Oh, they've all finished. They've all finished. So when is the semi-final draw? The 2nd of the 4th. So it's tomorrow. We can go and see this draw then and see who we've got in the semi-finals, which is going to be pretty exciting. There are some decent sides left in this, though, I must say. I think there are some very decent sides. And to be fair, I'm going to join you next episode tomorrow. I'm going to do the first 2 league games of the season as well, because that's quite exciting too. So literally barely any time in between episodes at all. So it's basically like doing one long episode, but just spread over 2 days, because that's how I'm doing it. Right, Belarusian Cup semi-final. Bate, Minsk, Ishlok rather, and us. Okay, right. I want this team because they seem a lot easier to beat. They actually share a stadium with Minsk. Who do we try to go to at this stadium? I don't know why I'm asking that, because I can just look on this teams. Loads of teams. NFK though. NFK, we tried obviously to sign for them, but they all share the stadium. 4 teams share it, which is pretty decent. As I was saying though, I'd rather have Islok rather than Minsk and Bates, because they are both very good sides. Bates and Dinamo Minsk, they are very good sides. So I'd rather have Islok to have the best chance of getting through to the final. Let's view the draw then. First team up, Bates, and they're playing Please Be Dynamo Minsk. Please Be Dynamo Minsk. Dynamo Minsk, you love to see it, and we've got Islok, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the best chance we've got of getting through to the Belarusian Cup final. Come on then, fingers crossed that's what's happening. when is that game taking place? In fact, very, very soon. Very soon. We could do 4 games tomorrow. That would be very exciting. I'm tempted. We'll see what happens. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to work it out yet, but there will be an episode tomorrow featuring a cup game of some sort. Either way, thank you ever so much for watching today's episode. We're going to end it there, and you'll join me tomorrow for a collection of these games. I'm not quite sure which ones we'll do yet. Might just be the cup games and the Bits Buts game, and we'll do this one off camera just so it's not too long, tomorrow's episode and things like that. So that's what I'm thinking right now to do. Anyway, that's going to be that for today's episode. Make sure you do drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Goodbye.